Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today's a new video that I'm going to be talking about the Fujifilm X100VI. So I'm going to talk to you about what I think about it, what I like about it, what I don't like about it, if it's worth buying. So yeah, I'm just going to grab a coffee first, where I'm going to film. So, see you in a minute.
Hi, welcome to Costa. What can I get for you?
Can I get a regular Americano, please? Can I get a little bit of coconut milk in, please?
Yeah, of course, something else.
That's it, thank you.
No problem. Stick around.
Thank you. Yes, please. Yes. Thank you. Yeah. Coffee is acquired. Costa coffee, not my favourite, but it's easy with the drive-through. Got no drive-through anywhere else. I like Starbucks, but there's no drive-through Starbucks here. I'm just going to drive up to where I'm going to film, and then I'll speak to you soon. So, just found another place which is just like not many people around. It's quite nice actually, up the orange. So I'm just going to set up the camera now, and we're going to talking about the Fujifilm X100VI. So I'm going to use the Sony a7 IV with the 35mm Sony 1.8 today. So just bang my mic on it. Plug in the mic. I'm doing it like this with the DJI as well, so I can film a bit of like, you know, documentation of how I'm setting up my camera and stuff to do these videos. Yeah, just documenting the journey basically, so you can see what I'm doing. I've got the Manfrotto, don't ask me which model it is, but it's Manfrotto tripod that Mrs. bought me a while ago. But for so long of shooting, I never wanted to use a tripod, but I've realised that it's a very good tool. So I'm going to sit basically just looking into the car there, the tripod, because it's just easier. Sit down, and obviously with the door open there's less wind noise and stuff, so we'll try that. So just set the camera up now. Oh God's sake. Fucking typical. Fucking useless at this today. Made the mistake last time. I shot in S-Log3 and I didn't really need to really shoot an S-Cinetone because I'm only like a talking head. So set it up this time, try and set it up a bit better. I don't need active stabilisation because it's on the tripod. We'll spin that around and let's do a test shot. So we're going to go from the DJI to the Sony. Now we're on the Sony, let's try it. So that looks positioned pretty well, I think. Might move it back slightly, but this time I'm filming this on the 35mm 1.8 and not the 24-70 Sigma. I have got it, but I thought I'd try it on this because obviously you get a bit lower aperture, so made the bokeh look nicer for some talking head. Let's set it up a bit better though. That's better. This time I did my video about 2 weeks ago. I was trying to do one every week, but with work it sort of fell short last week, which isn't good on my behalf, but we're getting better at that. But last time I shot with the whole car in frame, and obviously talked about getting rid of this, so it is up for sale, so hopefully it shall be gone shortly, and I can move on to the next car, which is going to be a bit different for me. But this time the car is absolutely filthy, so I need to clean it, so I'm not going to shoot with the whole car in the background. But I thought it'd be nice just to be able to sit in the car, make it somewhere to sit a bit nicer really, rather than sitting, you know, in the house, where the house that we're living in at the minute is a bit dark and it's not very good for, you know, it's a bit small and dark. So if I wanted to shoot with a 35mm it'd be awkward as hell. Yeah, so it's just easier to come out basically and do it like this. So let's actually talk about the reason we're here, and that is the Fujifilm X100VI. So I've had this camera for about 2 months now, and I bought it because obviously I've got my a7 IV. I've got an a7 III as well. They're quite big and bulky cameras, and I wanted something small, lightweight, just to chuck in my bag when I go travelling. Professional looking photos basically, or really good quality photos, maybe not professional looking. So after a long time, probably wanting one of these for, well, what an X100V, probably 2 years ago, and then I just never bought one really. I bought the a7 IV instead because obviously that was more important to me, but I finally got around to buying one, and to tell you the truth, I love it, but I've already contemplated in selling it. Yes, I have. As much as it's an absolutely brilliant camera in so many different ways, part of me feels like I didn't really need to spend £1,600 to get a camera like this that I can just chuck in my bag and take with me. I probably could have bought the Ricoh GR3 or GR3X, or I could have just bought a Sony A7C II, which is pretty much the same as my A7 IV, just in a slightly smaller body, and got a smaller lens. Sorry, there's a train going past. But yeah, I could have got the A7C II and then got a smaller lens like the 40, I think it's the 40mm f2 or 2.8, and chuck that in my bag, and then also add the good quality video like this has got, but it's very hard to use unless you just chuck it on a tripod, and I don't really carry a tripod with me everywhere I go if I'm just carrying this. If I'm taking my Sony, then maybe I will take my tripod. But I mean, I've not decided that I am going to sell it, but it was just a thought, maybe I will sell it and swap for the A7C II maybe, or I would swap for the ZV-E1, because obviously I do video as well, and I'd like something that's a bit more video focused, because obviously this camera's like a hybrid, the A7 IV. I would like something a bit more video focused that I could use. You can still take good photos on. I know it's 12 megapixel, but the sensor's still brilliant for photos, just not got the cropping power. But I won't be taking videos on this, put it that way anyway. It's a very, very good camera though. I'm going to talk to you about what I do like about it. So, the main thing that I absolutely love about this is the colours. The colours of the photos are top notch. And when I honestly, before I bought it, I wanted it for the colours and for like the Fuji recipes. But having taken it on a trip to Barcelona with me and the missus for 5 days, I shot for a day or two maybe with the recipes. Shot them all JPEG only, not JPEG and RAW. And then when I got the photos off, some of them were absolutely brilliant and the colours are amazing on the recipes, but some of them just didn't look how I wanted them to look basically, and I was kicking myself for not shooting in JPEG and RAW. So after that I started shooting in both, and then near the end of the holiday, or at the end of the trip, I ended up just shooting in just RAW, because I'm never in a massive rush to get the photos straight off camera onto Instagram or anything like that. And obviously I have all my own presets set up on Lightroom and stuff, so I'm not too bothered about the JPEGs for the speed. I think they're brilliant, I think they're good, but I like editing my photos in Lightroom. I love doing that. It's part of shooting photos for me, is the editing. So the JPEG on its own, it's brilliant, don't get me wrong, and for someone who just wants to take some pictures and upload them straight to Instagram, Facebook or whatnot, it's perfect. It's a brilliant camera. But for me, being a photographer as well, I like to edit my photos, I like to tweak them, I like to play with them, part of the magic of photography for me is, sending the photos from my camera, plugging my SD card into my phone, sending them over on my laptop or my iPad, and then going through them all and going, right, I'll edit this one, I want it to look like this, that and the other, and doing it with the JPEGs in camera, just didn't seem that fun to me. It was good for like ease of use, but for actual shooting and wanting to get the right photo that I want, that I'm looking for, and get the the best out of the camera, it just didn't really do it for me in the JPEG sense, which is one of the reasons that makes me think I should probably maybe sell it and move on to something like this A7C II. Aesthetics, it's awesome, it looks awesome, and it performs. Sorry, I'm in a private car park here, so just waiting for someone to come over and have a go at me. But yeah, it performs awesome. The ergonomics are pretty good, so I've got the thumb grip on it and a button extender. I've got a mount round the neck shoulder strap thing. I've also got one that goes on my wrist as well, and I've also got the lens hood with a mist filter on the front. But yeah, it's a hard one to say because it is a brilliant camera, but I just think maybe in the use case for me, it's not the best camera that it's not what I was looking for, or what I thought I was looking for maybe. You know, and sometimes you've got to make them mistakes, sometimes you've got to buy it and then realise, oh actually, after all that time I wanted it, I thought the thought of having it was probably more than actually owning it and using it. But don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's bad in any way, shape or form, you know, it's absolutely brilliant. Even the video is brilliant, but like I said, you're better off chucking it on a tripod and taking a tripod with you everywhere, which I don't want to do. I'm going to chuck up some photos on the screen now of the photos I took in Barcelona, and just some I've taken with the camera, you know, out and about when I've taken it out with me. Yeah, see what you think, let me know in the comments what you think. But, you know, if you're thinking about buying one of these, then I would definitely think twice whether you're going to use the JPEGs and stuff like that, because if not, you know, you could quite easily just buy maybe the Fujifilm X100VI, is it, which is a smaller, and you can change the lens on it and everything. I bought it without being able to change the lens. I bought the X100 series because I thought, oh, I don't want to take lenses with me. If I'm just stuck with one 35mm equivalent lens, then I've just got to make do with what I've got. And in a sense that is good, because it makes me think less about, oh, what lens should I put on. But then also, I do think I've missed opportunities not being able to switch from my 24 to 70 to me, you know, 16 to 35 to get a wider shot, or to the 85mm to get a more punched in shot. Rent it for a trip and see what you think that way, because, you know, 1600 quid's a lot of money for a camera that's just an everyday shooter, which you could do with the Fujifilm Digicam thing, which was like I found in the drawer at my mum and dad's house from when we were kids, that mum and dad had for holidays when we were younger. And I've used that probably more than I've used this, because obviously that only shoots in JPEG, and I can drop like a preset that I've made for it on top of the JPEG, which it still looks good, and I'll throw some on the screen now as well, you can have a look at them. But that's, you know, just as fun, if not more fun, because you don't mess around with any settings. And I've got this set up pretty much automatic anyway. I want to be messing around manual all the time. Thought I'd make it easier for just everyday shooting. It hasn't made it as easy and as good as I thought it was going to be, basically. Definitely have a think before you buy this camera, because this is the only camera that I took to Barcelona with us. I didn't take anything else, just my phone, which obviously is a 16 Pro Max, which can take brilliant photos. Some photos probably, you know, some of the photos are just as good as this on my iPhone. But yeah, so I took that 16 Pro Max and I took this. And it was good for the trip. You know, I got some really good pictures that I really love. I'm just debating whether it is going to be sticking with me, or I'm going to move it on and get something that I feel will be better suited for me. And then also, oh yeah, that was the other thing, is that the Fujifilm menu system is completely different to the Sony. So just trying to get used to using this, then I go back to my Sony, then back to this, then back to the Sony, you know, and everything looks a little bit daunting when you look at it again. You think, oh my god, I've not used this system in ages, and I go through or change the settings, do this. It takes me about half an hour to go through again and make, you know, and once I get used to it again, it's all right. But getting back to doing it fast and changing what I need to change there quick, it's not that easy, in my opinion. You know, it may be easy for you, but for me, I just think it's a bit of a ball ache. So yeah, it's a Fujifilm X100VI. Yeah, brilliant camera, but saying again, brilliant camera, but I definitely think twice before buying it. Definitely. There's plenty of other cameras out there that can do the same, if not better and cheaper than the Fujifilm. But all in all, brilliant camera. Right, I think we're done for this video for today. If you like it, like, comment, subscribe, please. Let me know what you think of this video, and I will get better at posting, hopefully. Well, not hopefully, I will be doing one video a week. It's just at the moment the struggle for me is coming up with video ideas, what direction I want to take the channel in. But to start with now, I think I'm just going to throw a lot of different videos in the mix and just get used to filming, talking to the camera, editing, and just getting better at it, and then working out what it is that I like doing and what you guys like to see. Basically, I think that's the point, is getting to a point where you guys can tell me, oh yeah, we really like that sort of video, Sam, but we don't really like that sort of video. To move on and do like vlogging stuff as well, with the DJI, could do some, if it focuses, could do some vlogging stuff with that, and with this camera, just need to get a wider lens. Yeah, so I'll see you in the next video. Bye from a shit Costa coffee.